Hey guys, this is me Sandeep Lamichani and I'm here to discuss about the database management. I would like to talk on various things like the problems, solutions faced while doing assignment and so on. And firstly, I would like to thank our dear sir who give us an opportunity to present a presentation and do so. So I would like to start by going through the slides. So let's do it. It is a database management presentation, which is to be submitted to Jonathan Leveroso, and it's to be by Sandeep. Yeah, it's me. And database. What is the database? It is a collection of various information that is managed in a proper way so that it can be viewed on later on easily, accessed, managed, and updated. It is the information that we can use later on to find the required information we need. Like, it makes us so easy because database helps us in a different way. Like, we all know, like, most databases contain different tables which may include several different fields. For example, Australian manufacturing, Australian manufacturing company AMC database may include various tables like the stores, employees, products, suppliers, patrons, and orders. Each of these tables would have different fields that are relevant to the information stored in the table. Let's go to the next slide. Experience building the AMC database. While building the AMC database, I realized that the size of the database doesn't really matter, as what matter is its input and output performance. What really affect is how the database is modeled and the presence or absence of database objects like indexes, referential, integrity, built-in SQL queries, and the number of database user. AMC database includes various tables, as I've already said, to manage the stores, employees, products, suppliers, patrons, and on. Each of the sections have different fields and they are relevant to the information stored in the table. It was a really time-consuming and hard job to make the table and fill the required information in an appropriate way. Although I did it properly and give my best. And the contribution to the group project. I would like to say, like, this was supposed to be a group project, but I don't know why I didn't get any group member also, so I had to work alone. It was really quite hard to work alone and gather all information by myself. So while doing the group project, firstly I had to work on entire QSS diagram by making various tables and filling the required information given by AMC company. I had to include different entities, relationship, including names, and identify the primary and foreign keys. Also needed to include cardinality, multiplicity, and participation symbols if applicable. Yep. Next slide. Challenges that faced while doing this project. Starting the new resource has always been the most difficult and sometimes require a huge knowledge to get initiated. Like, no one's wanna do a job or anything which they are not familiar with, so it goes same with the assignment too. While firstly starting the work, gathering and understanding the information requires a lot of time and hard work. Like, we have to gather all the information, data, all the relevant sources, then we have to write it down and work on it. It's a really hard and difficult job. As I like to say, for this project I had to work like several hours, around like 2 or 3 hours, to understand the question and to make entire diagrams, normalization, and so on. Another challenge while I faced while doing the project, like time management, as it is really hard to manage the time As you all know that we are international students and we have to work, study and do various work by yourself, which can be very hard and it can seem overwhelming. Managing other work and doing this project has been difficult, although I managed everything and done the project in appropriate way. uh, and the last challenge that I faced while doing this project is that working alone. I would like to say that working alone has been a nightmare to me. Like, I had to work alone. There was no any motivation. I had to work, do all the stuffs by myself. It was so hard for me. Sometimes I wish that someone was there with me so they could help me and share the information, data, everything. So that's the challenges that I faced and solutions that can be found. Firstly, we need to structure the day. Structured day meaning like starting the project can sometimes be very difficult, as previously planned to work on the assignment and complete it requires even a certain time frame. While doing the assignment, it was a hard work, so I need to manage time, everything. So I structure the day, like what I'm gonna do after this. First I'm gonna get up, have some breakfast, do this, then I'm do this project, I'm gonna do this research, I'm gonna do the presentation. Like, we have to structure the day, like what are we gonna do step by step so that it makes easier to conduct the work and so on. And another one is consulting with friends. If I was working in a group, it would have been easy to consult with friends and do a lot of stuffs. But as you know, like, I'm working alone, so it gets difficult sometimes to focus and get motivated. Like, if there was someone with me, it would have been easy. Like, they would help me to get motivated and they would give me my job and responsibility and I would have work on that. But like, working alone, there was no one for me. I did it all by myself. uh, but I asked for help with a friend and she helped me so much in this assignment. Well, I guess it was my best decision to ask for help to her. Thus, having a chit chat and asking friends for help made me improve and complete my work in time. I would like to thank the girl. I will enclose a name in the final slide. Yep. And the limitation of RDMS, relational database. A limitation in structure. One of the main limitation of RDMS is that it is not flexible enough while organizing data into tables and relation. Not all data fits naturally in a table structure. Essentially, there are techniques which allows us to fit non-tabular data into a tabular, record-oriented format. And cost and time consuming, like the RDMS is a bit expensive and like time consuming. Like, for setting up and maintaining RDMS can be like expensive and undertaking. It is not suitable for small business. Like, the small business budget cannot be enough to conduct RDMS. And to begin with, firstly we need to purchase the software, and in many cases hire a personal database manager or administration of program, anyone who's experienced in SQL. Like, because like SQL cannot be run by everyone. Like, we need to study for it, we need to gather information, we need to work on it, so it's a quite a hard job. And once the database is set up, then we need to enter information into the database or import it from the existing record, which can be really time consuming and expensive. Let's go to the other slide. Yep. And the strengths of RDMS. Single data location, like all the data are stored in a single place. Like, the customer's name and address can be stored in one table, accessible to sale, customer service, accounting, shipping, and any other department that's needed, rather than each department having it one record of the same information. Once the information is added, changed, and deleted by one person in other departments, don't need to change it to, like, so it is an easy, we can find the required information or data in a single place, so it is easy to gather the information and work on it. And queries, like, RDMS support complex queries so that information across different tables can be retrieved all at once. For example, we could quickly find out which of the products are most popular in different cities, or find out what the average customer spends on the products based on gender, age, or which state they live. And it's very easy to use. RDMS is generally really easy to use and understand, because information is stored in tables organized in rows and columns, much the same as a spreadsheet. Let's go to the other slide. And the system requirements of this project, database is created according to the project requirement, like what is required and asked by the project. It is done according to the requirement with like ERD diagram, normalization, and so on, as system requirement is an important part of the project and done according to it. But to be honest, I think in some part of the project or the assignment, the requirement may not be fulfilled, although I've tried my best to do as the requirements. So hope for the best. And the other slide, we're getting in the students discussions. I do not know anyone. I told you before, there was no one's any in the class. I didn't know, and I had to do the assignment all alone, which was a hard part for me. Like, it was really a nightmare. Like, I have to work alone, do everything by myself. Like, there was not a single person that helped me in this project. It was done all by myself. But there was a girl. There was a girl named Hebika Subedi. She was the one. She was the not one. She was only the one who helped me with this project. As if she wasn't there, I wouldn't have been able to complete this project. She helped me so much in every aspect of the assignment. Like, I used to call her so many times in a day, like how to do this assignment, how to do this part, what we're supposed to do, what after this. Like, I asked her so much. She helped me so much. I really appreciate her, and I really want to meet her and thank her. Like, there was no one for me to help, but she helped me. Although she got her own assignment to do, she helped me with my project and tell me what to do and how to do and everything. Like, I really appreciate for her help, and she's the only one that helped me with it. And thus, I was told, like, working on was a nightmare. So although I did the work, and I would like to thank Hevika Subedi for her help and concern. Like, she's the one. So I'm really thankful to her. She's really a good and beautiful girl who helped me with this. I want to thank her. Thank you. And we are in the end of the slide, and that's all. Thank you. And lastly, I would like to thank our Jonathan Leveros sir for giving me an opportunity to do a presentation and share my views, ideas, and everything. So I would really like to thank him. He's this sir. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir.